Where are we?
What happened? It's nighttime. Is Ricky have bad dream?
Look down. Look at all the stars.
We're not on Bionis anymore. There's no land or sea either.
Into the world of Zanza. I welcome you back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we fought Dixon atop Prison Island where we first met Zanza in order to gain entry to this place. Zanza's domain within space. This time, we're starting off by switching around the party a little bit. Why would I want to do this? Well, even though our team for the final battle has been decided, I think everyone should get a chance to fight today and everyone should contribute. Let's start things off against Spirit Mumkar. This is a space memory. It is not the same thing as a faced Mechon. It is merely a memory of the last time we fought Mumkar, back in Sword Valley. He has the cannon atop his head and he has the custom claws just as he did back then. He has the ability to inflict poison, but as I said, you do not need any sort of anti-Mechon weapon to attack him. Essentially, your goal here is to build up the party gauge the best that you can. You want to have a chain attack good to go by the time you get to the end of this pathway. We have a vision! Special Killing Claw. Ooh. There's that poison. I don't really think we need to warn anybody about that or like try to change the future. I think he's just gonna go down regardless before that happens. I can pause the timer a little bit by just inflicting sleep on it. We have another vision already. Very last resort. We got a vision for an attack that's going to miss, even though he's low on health as well. I mean, I know that can change targets and that could be really bad and we can miss our attacks too, but still, that was very strange. With this backdrop of Saturn, why is it that I want to change the party and why is it that I want to give everyone a chance to fight? Well, I couldn't have asked for a more beaming cast of characters, quite frankly. I think all of them are incredible. I think all of them are some of the best characters I've ever grown attached to. And even though only 3 of them will be in the final battle, I would love to see every single one of them contribute. So yes, I will be using them all. We have Hereupon Ricky back, but bigger and rounder than him is not another Charlotte's boob choke, but rather Jupiter. You can see just how super massive it is. Its shadow just keeps going onward in that direction. In front of it is Spirit Zord. Fortunately, I didn't get the battle start affinity right there. For whatever reason, even though the camera is able to go through this pathway, you will not be able to target onto an enemy while you are doing that, just because it counts as the enemy being on the other side of a wall. All that being said, I don't know if Zord just doesn't have many arts or what, but he just doesn't really attack much. Just kind of sits there and lets you wail on him. I'm not really sure why. Though, on the subject of Zord, there's something that I didn't get to talk about last time that I really wanted to bring attention to. I just didn't really want to go too off topic when we were fighting against Dixon. And that is the faced Mechon that we saw in Colony 6 helping out Juju and Atharon. I know it's implied that that's Zord based on his voice and all those things as well as the way that he looks at Juju, but I have kind of a hard time believing that personally. I just find it a little bit ridiculous that that could be Zord. I mean, I guess if Colonel Vanguard survived his encounter with Metal Face, anything's possible, but you get what I mean. He kind of exploded at the end of the Ether Mines. And not only that, we just fought his spirit. For that to be separate from his body, he'd kind of have to be dead. You get it. That's all I had to say about that. Here at Mars, we seem to just have a black void in front of us. That is until we turn around and see an even more breathtaking view. It manages to keep outdoing itself. Ryan, I just want you to know that even if you're not going to be a part of the final battle, it is indeed your time. Oh! Is it ever his time? He has Berserker and... oh, man. Okay, well, Berserker's not really anything unusual to have at the start of a battle, but he has Magnum Charge. I can just instantly use that and take out a third of its HP. Much like that faced Mechon that we just got done fighting, this is not a proper Telethia, just merely a spirit, so you don't need to worry about purging it or anything like that. It doesn't use Soul Read or anything like that. You can just pound on it just like with those other enemies. We are almost done here already. I know that I've listed reasons for liking Offensive Ryan in the past and given reasons for why I use him, but if there was ever a time to reminisce on things like that, it's at the end of the journey. We are all done here. Guess you could say, Ryan took that out in record time. I love Magnum Charge just so much. I remember even at the start of our journey just praising how good Magnum Charge and Sword Drive was, and it remains true even this late. Let's go beyond Mars. Where do we end up next? The moon! Ricky, you gotta be a ball of sunshine even when you are before the sun. If we look all around us, there are stars that just seemingly go on forever, but unlike the other celestial bodies we visited, we can see another one from here. Off there. Done, Ben? You're next in line. Spirit Gatto. This is the battle where we want to get as much of our party gauge up as we possibly can. So I'm gonna go for the Heat Haze and the Soaring Tempest to start things off just to get that little extra boost. Let's go for it. Once again, no anti-mech weapons necessary, should go without saying. We're almost, oh wow, we built it up already. That's great. I knew I was gonna build it up in this fight. I didn't think it was gonna be that fast. Honestly, I'm a little sad that I built it up so quickly because I'm gonna refrain from using it for the rest of this battle just because I want to have my chain attack coming up. Now, I appreciate the party gauge that we're getting from this, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. I understand that refighting bosses that you fought before at the end shows how much you've grown and how far you've come, but these guys are level 78 and they don't put up any fight. They aren't even the characters that we fought in the past, they're just merely memories of them. Point is, not really a fan. But on a more positive tone, as we step off to the next transporter, I hope this has been a great journey for you. It certainly has been for me. It's time we overcame the last hurdle before there can be peace.
It's beautiful.
Is that a ball of water?
So, you finally made it, Shulk.
It's you.
What is it, Shulk?
I cannot wait to see which path you choose. Let us meet again after you have made your choice.
Welcome, Shulk. That voice. It's Zanza.
But he looks different.
I had planned to use the body obtained from Shulk as a vessel in which to dwell for the next millennium. However, I came to possess a great and unexpected power.
Mayneth's Monado.
Correct. In addition to my own Monado, which you kept safe for me, I was also able to obtain a second weapon which holds the power of creation. Now I possess all I desire. There is no longer any need for the life of Bionis. I must thank you indeed, Shulk. You were of more use to me than any of my disciples. Now that I have the Monados, I can forgive you your betrayal.
Ha! You gonna give him a reward?
Precisely. I will have him serve as my new disciple. You will be granted eternal life and unimaginable strength. Death will be but a fleeting afterthought.
Are you so arrogant to believe that the High Entia... No. All life on Bionis are nothing but your playthings!
Playthings?
Yes! You don't know how it feels to have slain my brethren, after they had transformed into Telethia.
What are you talking about? A Telethia is a High Entia's true form. I did not transform them. I returned them. The Telethia are mere cells from my body. I conferred intelligence upon them on a mistaken whim, creating a primitive life form, the High Entia. They enjoyed a brief existence as sentient beings. For that, they should be grateful.
Huh. So this is the arrogance of a creator.
As I planned, the life of Bionis existed simply to serve as my vessels and my food. Bionis is nothing more than an accumulation of their corpses and life energy.
But though you feign omnipotence, the High Entia still confined you to Prison Island. That is how limited you are.
Confined me? I was merely resting there for a while. I was wounded in the battle with Mayneth's vessel. I simply awaited the day when a new vessel, revealed to me in a vision, would be born.
Until I was born.
Precisely. I intended to inhabit your body and once again do battle with Mayneth. However, I had no idea that I would defeat her so easily.
Mayneth.
You did a great deed in granting me a new Monado. I will gladly take you as my new disciple. Shulk.
Never! I don't want to be your vessel or your disciple. I just want to live my life as a Homs in a world without you!
That is most regrettable. You could have entrusted all to me and attained peace. But perhaps the vision of mortals will ever remain limited. Using one's power to change the world. That is a right possessed only by gods.
Is that why you laid waste to Mechonis?
Of course. Along with the beings called Machina, who followed Mayneth. They had evolved and become insolent under her protection.
So you're saying us Homs are next in line, eh?
You are correct. You yourselves have proven that Homs are a dangerous species. How unfortunate. I had a desire for friendship. But granting intelligence to the lives I created was a mistake. A god should not long for friendship.
You're wrong! Mayneth chose to exist alongside us. She grew to consider us her friends. You should have accepted that. But what you were hoping for was not friendship. You wanted worthless slaves. Our lives as food.
Just as I suspected, it appears that I was mistaken to grant free will. However, all will soon be over. The Telethia will exterminate all life on Bionis. I will then create a new world. Just as I have done many times before. We will not allow it. We cannot. We will stop you!
As we've proven many times before, we're ready for anything. Our party for this battle. Melia, Fiora, Shulk. We're starting with Melia in the lead. Welcome to the Sentient Genesis. Zanza summons Guardians. And much like Lorithia, this gives him a barrier that reduces damage by 50% and gives him 2 such Guardians. At level 78, they may not seem like much, but they are very dangerous. They can inflict pierce and give themselves haste with the use of 1 art. Zanza's level is hidden. In truth, he is level 81. As always, if there are multiple enemies, take out the smaller ones first so you don't have to deal with as many attacks happening at the same time. Went for double win there, and Shulk, go for the backslash. That takes out the first one. I wasn't counting on getting a 4th attack out of that because at the start of a battle, tension is still fairly low. We'll go for the other Guardian now. To take that out, he shouldn't have the barrier on him any longer. And I would like to say before we get too deep into things, this music, known simply as Zanza, is my favorite song in Xenoblade Chronicles. Rather, it is one of my favorite pieces of music I have ever heard. The length of this battle is not nearly enough time to fully appreciate it, so listen to it on your own. There! We got a vision. If you do not get that burst affinity correct, you will not be able to view visions. Shulk is unable to glimpse the future without deeply focusing against Zanza. And for a first vision, we are already in a really bad spot. We need to slow that down at least a little bit. I'm going for the chain attack. I wanted to topple him outside of the chain attack with Starlight Kick, but I just didn't have enough time for it to recharge, so instead, Going for Spear Break, and Fiora's got attention. Maybe I should have done Starlight Kick for the multiplier. Let's do Final Cross! Unfortunately, I am almost certain that Zanza is immune to Daze, so we can't outright stop this. Still gonna try anyway. Sure enough, he was immune though, but we get another attack. I can go for the multiplier and summon Ice all the same. Since we slowed that down, I can just hope for a yes! Change in aggro. I wanted those aggro down gems on Shulk to be useful there, and I wanted Fiora to, well, be Fiora in that she would attack like 12 times a second, getting the aggro off of him. Shulk even healed her right there, so we got things very much back under our control. I got, let's go ahead and just summon up a third Summon Bolt. I almost thought I had 3 right there. And Melia, do the powered up Summon Bolt talent art that you do oh so well.
You mere vessels dare to oppose the will of a god? Then I shall obliterate everything with my unimaginable power. Now, behold the true form of a united world!
Fiora, it's your turn. Let's switch you all around, and Fiora will be leading the charge now. Getting this going once again. This is an entirely separate fight from before. Your tension has reset, so if you want to do crazy long chain attacks like you can typically do late in a battle, it's unlikely to happen here. All the same though, I want to initiate one as we earned one at the end of the last fight. Double Wind. On to Shulk, you lack your talent art. I wasn't really overly counting on it, but we'll do the Slit Edge to keep the multiplier going and set up for a really big Elemental Discharge. Seems like that's all I have Melia do in chain attacks, but can you blame me? It really is just that great. I have my Speed Shift still unused, so I'm going for the Sword Drones too. I could build it back up again in a pretty short amount of time and still keep the aggro. Speaking of which, I really need to get on that right there. Oh wait, no, no! Okay, I heard that before it was going to happen. I heard Shulk shout Monado Purge. That would have been a good thing, but what? Okay. I was going to say that would have been a good thing because he had haste and a barrier up at the same time, but he is immune to being purged. Unfortunately, what actually happened was I tried to use Final Cross, and he used Mechonis Buster, one of his new arts in this form, right as soon as I started using it, so I didn't get the full effect from it. Very well timed on his part, unfortunately for me. He also has an attack called Bionis Buster, which makes it so that he forces Daze on the target. Really devastating arts, and just, that was very poorly timed. This just shows you what you're up against when you're fighting a god that has both Monados and is now the embodiment of both Titans, and he's doing it again. Who did that hit this time? Actually, it doesn't look like anybody got toppled from that, luckily, so don't have to worry about that. Another thing about this form that has changed, even though it doesn't look it, his auto attacks are all ether-based now, so you cannot avoid his auto attacks. You can only block them.
The future doesn't belong to you. You are all doomed.
Titan Bazooka 8. This is an incredibly powerful attack. This is in a straight line in front of him, so it can hit multiple targets. 6,585 damage. We need a way to stop that in its tracks. I'm going for the chain attack anyway. I will not be able to daze him, but I will be able to at least delay things a little bit, and I'm confident that I can get the party gauge up at least one segment after this, so that I'll be able to just warn Shulk and put up a Monado shield then. He doesn't have his talent unfortunately right now, but I will be able to do it regardless by warning him. And again, only 3 attacks? Really? Not just because they have fire behind their portraits, but this is Zanza we're fighting. You'd think everyone would be foaming at the mouth to do 6-digit damage, and he's interrupted himself to do Black Hole instead. It's an ether attack against the whole party, inflicts pierce on everyone. More than ever before, we need to end this, and fast.
How? How can you have visions? You no longer possess the Monado.
I don't know. It comes from the bottom of my heart. It shows me my enemy. It reveals the future I must change.
The future we see is not set in stone. There are infinite possibilities based on the paths we choose. You should be well aware of this notion, for that is how you have always existed.
That is a right for gods, and gods only! Why should we care?
What's important isn't whether you can see the future or not. It's the will to make a choice, and the strength to seize your destiny. Our time has come. Our destiny is our own! Can it be? A Monado?
It is not only you that has the right. Every living thing has the freedom to choose the path they walk. And that is the future.
A third Monado has appeared. How can this have happened? You are mere mortals!
This world is something truly worth saving. This world has no need for gods.
Time for a change. Let power dwell within you. Take this! Fiora!
Okay, my turn. Lilia, leave it to me. Vessel, none can oppose us.
Mine is the one true Monado. Instrument of destruction and rebirth. Dream it! I am a god! Fiora! Nice one! Nothing's gonna stop me! Backslash! Here we go! Backslash! Fiora, keep it coming!
Okay, my turn. Double wind! Lilia, acknowledged. Bravo! Oh, bravo! We were meant.
Perfect! Fiora!
Good footwork. I'm gonna go all
The power of a god cannot be overcome!
Zanza, this is the providence of the world. Even gods are merely beings restricted to the limited power determined by providence. That power, although great, is not unlimited.
That voice! Albus! How dare you disobey me! Ah!
I am Monado. I was here at the beginning, and I will proclaim the end.
But that's impossible.
Shulk, it is time for you to choose. Does this world belong to Zanza, or does it belong to you?
That is something I decided long ago! Ah! That's simple. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny! All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Where am I?
This is my home.
Your home? Let's begin the experiment. Whose voice was that?
It is Zanza, before he became a god, when he was simply a man of flesh and blood.
No! The results have not been confirmed! It's too dangerous!
And that voice? It's Mayneth.
Ridiculous! It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine!
Yes!
It was simple curiosity. The curiosity of a single man that destroyed the universe and created a new one. A new universe. Your world was born. And so, two gods came into existence. Zanza and Mayneth were lonely, so they created life in their own image.
And that was how we were born.
As the world advanced to each further stage, it was inherited by generations of different life forms. But over time, awareness of Zanza faded. Zanza feared this. In order to escape his own annihilation, he wished for a world in a perpetual cycle of destruction and recreation.
Bionis being filled with life, and the Telethia coming to wipe it out. It was all the will of Zanza.
It was. But the truth of the matter is that he longed for friendship.
His future, and our future. It might have been possible for them to coexist.
Correct. However, that time has passed. The old god was defeated by the new god that he himself created.
New god?
Yes. That is why I appeared before you, Shulk.
Alvis, what are you?
I am the administrative computer of a phase transition experiment facility, but that will mean little to you. To you, I am a machine. That is my original form.
Alvis?
This world is stagnant. It has expired. Therefore, I will ask you, its new god. What is your wish? Will you allow the world to continue to stagnate? Or will you allow it to evolve to the next level? The choice is yours to make.
I don't know. All I wanted to do was stop Zanza having his way, that's all. I cannot be a god.
Too right. You're great and all, but there's no way you're a god.
Everyone.
Look, don't worry, Shulk. None of us want to be gods anyway. And I don't really know what the future holds, but we just want to live our life as it comes.
Eating grub, sleeping, laughing, crying, sometimes arguing. Sounds all right.
Yes, he's right. And being with the ones we love, that's enough. Even so, we change little by little. Every day is a little different from the last. We do not know what the future will hold.
More fun not knowing. Ricky want to have fun.
Life's little surprises are what makes it great. We don't know what's going to happen. It's worrying sometimes, but it's also exciting. Don't you think?
Yeah. Isn't that called progress? Aren't we all continuously evolving? I'm not sure we need a more dramatic change than that.
Yeah. You're right. Little by little. Each day as it comes. That's how we should live. That's our world.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but I recreated their personalities from your consciousness.
Alvis, it sounds like you don't think I can make my own decisions. I'm supposed to be the god.
Apologies. However, I have good reason. This world has little time remaining if left in this state. Have you made your decision? The choice is yours, Creator. Tell me your decision for the future of this world.
I won't decide. The future should be decided by each and every person in the world. And so, what we wish for is a world with no gods!
Are you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, Colonel.
Sorry? What do you mean, sorry? Squat jumps around the entire colony. 50 laps! Now!
Please, Colonel.
Ah, yes. That's excellent. So, you can take the materials to District 4.
The restoration's coming along nicely.
Thanks to Melia and Vinea. The High Entia and Machina have some amazing technology.
We are happy to help. To live alongside one another in harmony. After all, I have no doubt this is what Lady Mayneth and Egil would have wanted.
Hear, hear. And may it last forever.
Dunban,
Fiora, what is it?
have you seen Shulk?
Oh, he just left. I don't know where he's gone, but he was with Ryan and the others.
Okay, thank you.
Fiora?
Yes?
It's nothing. Good luck.
If you're looking for Shulk, he is not here.
Amazing. It's like you've got eyes in the back of your head. What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Wow. You're so much more thoughtful than me.
Really? I don't think so. I was just answering your question.
But I know what you mean. You're right. We've been through a lot.
Yes. We have. I am grateful to all of you. It is because I met you that I experienced so much, and it is the reason I am here now.
Yes. We're happy you're here too. Thanks, Melia. For everything. I'm glad I met you.
And I you.
Yeah. Almost got it.
Rain! Go, Rain! Oh, Ricky really hungry.
Put your back into it, Ryan. Are you okay?
It's salty. What's up with the water being so salty?
Ryan, you're terrible at this. When was the last time you fished?
I'm bad fisherman. Ricky won't eat big fish.
Give us a break. You try next time, Furball.
Oh, fishing is Ryan's job. Ricky's job is eating.
Hang on a sec. Isn't Ocker gonna have a massive go at you if you don't go back to her with 14 fish to feed all your little pond?
Oh, Ricky forgot. Wifey pond very angry if not catch more fish.
It ain't me she's gonna be angry with.
No, Ryan catch fish now. Oh, fish, fish.
Here you are. The breeze feels so good.
It does.
What is it?
Oh, that hairstyle. It looks good on you, that's all. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was thinking about growing it out, but... Hey, which do you prefer?
Both, of course.
Oh, come on. What am I supposed to say to that?
Sorry. Okay. It's great like that. Don't change it.
I'd forgotten what it feels like to do this. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
Who knows? I'm sure it will be full of ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
I don't know what the future holds. But that means I can imagine the possibilities. We can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Yeah. You're right.
Do you remember what the Monado, Alvis, said to us the last time we saw him?
Yes, of course.
Shulk. This new world is boundless. It is home to not only you, but many forms of life. I can see it. In this world, all life will walk towards the future, hand in hand.
One day, I hope I can meet them all. The people of this endless world.
Me too. We will. I know it.
We'll meet them. And whatever happens, we'll face our future together.
Thank you for joining me on this long journey. Over 2 years ago, I began planning for this. Feels unbelievable that it's done. Well, okay. It's not quite done. There are still several side quests that we didn't do. There's some heart-to-hearts we haven't seen. There's some enemies we haven't defeated. And quite a few other things. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to handle these things. I'd kind of like to hear what you think. Should I try getting on those right away and post them in the next few weeks or so? Or should it be a side project in my next Let's Play? Speaking of which, I know this wasn't really intended to be a compliment, but rather a serious question, but man, I think it's been the highest compliment I've gotten in a long time that so many of you have asked if this is my last Let's Play because I haven't been talking about future ones, and because you guys, the way that you guys put it, I'm not even saying this myself, saying that you don't know how I could top this. That made me so unbelievably happy to hear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm breaking a little bit here at the end, but I can't help it. Just seeing that ending again. The fact that Alvis was the creator of that universe. The fact that Zanza was just a man who aspired to become a god. Alvis's motives being that he was designed to create a universe, and when something came along to destroy it, his programming said to fix that problem. And the problem was the user of the computer that gave him the order to create the universe. It's all fascinating. It truly is a journey of enlightenment for Shulk. Turning down becoming a god. It's very thought-provoking. It's something I talk about with personal friends to this day. And this is a story that I think will resonate with me for the rest of my life. The only advice that I can really offer, if you don't like but love this game, is now play it for yourself if you haven't already. If you can't play it for yourself, you can go back and watch this Let's Play from the beginning. The reason why I suggest that is that the way that the cutscenes were created, almost all of them have entirely new meaning from what they had the first time through. It gave me motivation to play this game a second time because of just how much replayability there is despite it being so huge. And that was what made me want to Let's Play this game. It was around the start of my second playthrough that I chose to do it. And that's where we are now. And believe it or not, it's such a big reason why I like this game so much that I actually commentated it in a way that has whole new meaning the second time as well. If this isn't your second time through, go back and see my commentary about, say, Fiora in Colony 9 to see what I'm talking about. This is up to the viewer, of course, but I genuinely hope that I wasn't crazy, and that this was really something worth watching, and that I was really onto something when working on this thing for the past 2 years, and I wasn't just crazy to think that it would be. I understand it might not have been everyone's thing, and I ask you to not get mad at other people if they weren't into it or they didn't watch through it. It's a long series, it really is, and it does take a lot of devotion to see it through to the end. I know that better than anyone else, being the one who had to edit these and record them. Never mind even planning for them. I'll see you back here soon. I'll be playing as some familiar characters, but in a place we've never been to before. See you guys then. It really never gets any easier to know whether you should hate Dixon or feel sad for him, so I'm just gonna do this.
I just wanted the power of a god.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you.
Meddling kids.
And that dumb Nopon.